how long you've been with Immunotec, and what your favorite product is, because we are just, oh, hold on. We'll make sure everyone's muted. We are just heading into, I'm personally just heading into my first year. I'm ending my first year with the company and have found that so many are my favorites. So if you don't know my story, I am a clinical psychologist turned entrepreneur. I got started in the world of clinical psychology back in 2007, no, 2005 was when I graduated and got my first job. And I went into that world because I really have a hope for people. I feel like I can see people 3 steps ahead of where they see themselves. I have big hope, big vision. I want the best for people. And so I thought psychology was the best way that I could kind of breathe life into others. Well, if you're in the helping professions, you might you might experience something similar to me where it was, I don't know, overworked, underpaid. I was often working with people that didn't really want help, and I was felt like it was I couldn't care more about their life than they did. I don't know if you guys have ever experienced that. Like I had clients that were glad to be there and wanted help and support, but then the system was broken, and then I had a lot of people that were court mandated that like didn't really want to change, and it was a really burnout position. And so I know I've talked to teachers and daycare workers or nurses and who you get into these helping professions because you want to work with people and you have a high belief in people, but needless to say, these industries sometimes suck the soul right out of us. And so I was there. I called it my quarter life crisis, where it was like, do I stay here or I don't really want, I don't really want to be here anymore, but I don't really know what else to do because I had done everything that they had told me, right? I got my degrees, I went to school, I got my first job, and then I was like, do I want to be here for the next 30 years? And I'm sure you probably know people too who did stay at a place they didn't love for decades and then just complained about it their whole life. And I knew that I didn't want to be that person. So at 25 years old, I started looking around. I started saying, all right, what else is there for me? Where else can I add value to people? Where else can I help people grow? And I landed into network marketing. And what I found was that I could build a business in the nooks and crannies of my day and nights and weekends at the beginning. And I could help people get healthier. I could help people build businesses. And it actually filled my cup in a way that my clinical psychology job was sucking the soul out of me when I was working with my team and helping people with products. Like I felt that started to feel myself overflow again. And so for 3 years, my husband and I did both. We, worked our full-time jobs, we worked our business on nights and weekends, and we were able to fully quit both of our careers in 2010 and have been working from home since then. Now, there's a few key reasons why we were able to do that. Number one, we were with a company that hit momentum. And so we're going to talk about how and why I believe this company is set to hit momentum now. I've experienced before, changed our lives, and it's going to change yours too with this company. We also had a product that nobody else had. You couldn't just go on Amazon and purchase this product. It was a product that you could only get through one of our distributors. And it was a product that everybody wanted. And maybe at that time they didn't need it, but I can tell you the products we have here, everybody needs and everybody wants. And so I was with that company for 15 or so years, took a few years off. And when I learned about Immunotec and I learned about the products that we have, not just a white labeled, hydrate drink, but real science backed products with a timing that it's wide open in the States, yet it's got a solid company and has done 2 million, hundreds of millions of sales in last year alone. I knew that I was ready to say yes again. So see in the comments, Mary Beth said her favorite product is her morning protocol, platinum, orange booster, greens booster, and K21. Stella is from Florida. Sherry is from Florida and she, oh, has been with Immunotec 22 years. Love it. Lily is young and vibrant on the Body Shot. I'm going to tell you exactly what that is because that is the product that brought me back out of retirement to say, yeah, everybody needs it. Everybody wants it. This is going to change the trajectory of the States, Canada, Europe, because let me just tell you about it. You'll see. All right, so the Body Shot basically is this Immunical. We've got three different options to choose from. You can just use the Immunical itself. You don't need anything else. This has everything you need to raise your glutathione, which is what we'll talk about in a minute. But we also have these boosters that just make it taste amazing. I love to add the greens and reds booster that has a ton of micronutrients in it. As you know, we need our macronutrients, but we also need our micronutrients. And you put it in this cup that's given to you by corporate. You see, I already have the water in just a little bit up to the line. I'm going to add my Immunical and my greens. Now, I already did take my Body Shot this morning because I just took it out of habit. And you can really you cannot like take too much of this, just so you know. Most of us are depleted in glutathione, and it impacts every aspect of our life. And so they often say to take two or so packs a day at the beginning just to boost it, and then one pack is considered maintenance. But you can see I swirled it around and now I'm shaking it up. And I don't know if you can totally tell, but it's liquidy and delicious. So you pick, mix, shake, shoot. And you can choose a different combination or find your tried and true favorite. And so, what does the Body Shot or the Immunical do? Well, it's the world's only patented glutathione precursor, which means it's clinically proven to boost glutathione. In fact, if you go to the physician's desk reference, which is in every single doctor's office in the States and the equivalent in Canada, when it says glutathione, how to raise glutathione, Immunical is listed. It's clinically proven and it's the only one. So what is glutathione? Glutathione is essentially the most important substance in your body for health. Every single cell has glutathione in it, and I call it like the detox of the cell. So do you guys know, I don't know, I used to have pool parties all the time when I had little kids, and of course they left the door open and flies would come in. So after pool parties, I got on the habit of hanging those fly traps, and the flies would come in, they'd get stuck to the fly trap, and then I'd throw it away. Glutathione is similar to that. It sticks toxins, it sticks heavy metals, it grabs all the stuff that's not supposed to be in your cells and flushes it throughout the body naturally. So, what happens when your body is a well-oiled machine like that? It builds your immune system, helps with the overall detoxification. It gives you energy because your body is not having to slug along with, junk or heavy metals or deal with things that are not supposed to be there. And it's an antioxidant, which means it's giving our body it's getting the oxygen flowing throughout our system. And this is not just something that Immunotec is saying. This is actually one of the biggest health mega trends right now. And you probably have seen or heard about glutathione even in the media. Dr. Mark Hyman, who's the author of the Ultramind, I don't know if he still works, but he used to work at the Cleveland Clinic. And he says it's the most important molecule you need to stay healthy and to prevent disease. It's the mother of all antioxidants. Dr. Stephen Gundry says your immune system, quite frankly, can't function without glutathione. Everybody needs glutathione, and everybody needs more glutathione. Gary Brecka says glutathione is the most powerful antioxidant, not one cell in our entire body that does not contain glutathione. So glutathione is important. And what we know is that as we age, our glutathione levels decrease. And even beyond that, the founders of Immunical found that there was a link between all major diseases and low glutathione levels. So what happened was that Dr. I'll call him Dr. Gustavo. He was a Canadian physician, and what he found was that after his surgeries, he'd have like the same surgery on a bunch of different people. But what he found was that their recovery times were so much different. Some recovered much faster and had an easier recovery. Some had a lot more pain and had a longer recovery. And he was like, what is going on here? Why am I doing the same procedure, seemingly like the same thing on all these different people, yet their recovery times are very, very different? And so he got to work. And what he realized is that the common denominator between those who recovered much more slowly compared to those who recovered much quicker without that much pain was their glutathione levels. In fact, he found that all of these conditions, and most likely even more, right? It's connected to mental health, inflammation, autism. I've got a cool story about that. Cancer, obesity, Lyme's disease, traumatic brain injuries, diabetes, stroke, Hashimoto's, high blood pressure, Crohn's, heart disease, like all of these uh, ailments. My ailment is aging over 40. I was like, oh my gosh, lots of things change over 40. Um, Glutathione levels are low. And when you raise glutathione levels, guess what? The symptoms of the ailment get better. It's fascinating. We have tons of stories throughout our team of people with arthritis who couldn't open cans. You know what I mean? Where you're like, you can't open a can of peanut butter because it hurts your hand. Or, one lady, she has had arthritis since she was a kid, and after taking the Immunocec for 10 days, she went for a hike and didn't need to take a nap the next day. Like it absolutely impacted her life. Another lady from our team, she had to have early menopause, so like medically induced menopause at like 35 years old, and that drastically impacted her mood and her sleep, which of course sleep impacts your mood. And after just a few weeks, maybe even less on Immunocal, she felt like herself again. Like, oh my gosh, I have my life back, right? We know that autism is linked to heavy metals. And when you detox heavy metals, guess what? Your symptoms of autism decrease as well. And so we're getting testimonies like this. Over the past 40 years, this product has been tested, and testimonies like that have come out every single year, because when your levels are low, it impacts your body. When your levels raise, your body starts to work like it's supposed to. And it's lots of different things that impact us, right? We have 500,000 toxins entering our body every day. It's age, it's autoimmune issues, it's poor nutrition, it's pollution. And glutathione is found in every part of our cell. It's our 24/7 built-in maintenance crew. And as we said, it's dropping, which is why I say, like, everybody needs glutathione. Whether you are a child and you maybe have some ADHD symptoms or autism symptoms, or maybe you're an athlete. Athletes actually take this product as well because it helps with muscle recovery. Or you're over 40, like me, and you're like, okay, aging is a symptom, and I'm experiencing maybe having problems sleeping um, or getting sick or whatever the case may be, right? Skincare, even. I've found that it has helped my skin clear up. And so, needless to say, everybody needs more glutathione. Whether you are an athlete, whether you are a child, whether you're an adult, ages, 3 to 93, whether you're an athlete or you have an ailment, more glutathione is only going to help your body feel better. And when you feel better, guess what? It impacts every single aspect of your life. It impacts your mood. It impacts your ability at your workplace. It impacts your drive, your excitement about life, your motivation. Everything shifts when you feel good. Immunocal increases your natural glutathione by 35% in just 90 days. You can see here we do have three different options. The blue is what all the studies are on. We've got 92 clinical studies that say this product raises glutathione in a bunch of different ailments or symptoms or group populations, right? The platinum is the same as the blue base, but it adds a bit more hormonal support. And then Sport adds a nitro boost that helps with micro circulation. So you can truly take any of these, but if you're an athlete, you'd want to focus in on sport. I know I love the platinum, but you can use any and all of them. And then we've got a bunch of different boosters to choose from. This is the greens and reds with all your micronutrients. These two is our energy boosters. This is the hibiscus, delicious, the best ever. Oh my gosh. And this one's orange. Mary Beth said she loves orange, but I love hibiscus. Both are great. These are have energy in them, right? So a bit of caffeine, some natural energy, and taste delicious. All right, well, you can see Clean Label Project certified. This is what I mean. This is not a product that you can get from anywhere. And when you're thinking about a company like this, you want it to be something that you can only get through an Immunotec distributor. You can't just get this at the shelves of Target. This is not going to be recreated by another company because we have all the patents. We've created it. And this is not just another hydrate drink or protein powder or something, right? Like it's a super unique product geared to help you grow your glutathione. And because we've done all of the patents, we've done all of the studies, this is our product and you can only get it here. That's something that I truly look for when introduced, like trying to do research on companies, right? I'm like, all right, can you get this from any other nutrition company and their mother? Like, is this something that you can get anywhere? And if the answer is yes, then why wouldn't somebody get it anywhere, right? They probably would just grab it off the shelves. But a product like this, you can only get it through Immunotec. And it's because it's patented, this is never going to be duplicated. We've got 45 plus years of research, 257 medical researchers that have their hands and eyes on the product, 26 gold standard studies, which means it's not the company doing the study. Some companies will say, oh, we're clinically proven. And really, if you dig into the science, it's really marketing. It's not actually a clinical study. In fact, Immunotec is a science-based company that decided to market it through the network marketing model. Not the other way around. It wasn't a marketing company that decided to choose this product. This product was created and they were like, how do we get this into the hands of as many of people as possible? And network marketing was the best way to do that because we know that word of mouth and when you have your own testimony, you're going to shout it from the rooftops. This was the best way to get the word out. And so that's exactly what they did. 92 clinical research publications, 79 patents, 18 countries. And the other thing that I looked for, you guys, not only did I look for a product that nobody else had, that everybody needed, literally everybody needs it, but I also wanted to be the first one in my area, because being somebody that's experienced momentum before, when nobody knows about it, that's actually a really good thing because you want to be the one to bring it to market. Right? You want to be the one that people think of as the glutathione girl. You want to meet somebody that has an Immunotec shirt at Panera and you're like, oh my gosh, and you find out they're on your team. Like you want to be the one that brings it to your area. And what I loved about this opportunity, or what I still love, right? Why I chose Immunotec is because we're in 18 countries and we have been. But the US is still so wide open. The US, Canada, and Europe. Most of the growth here has been in international Spanish-speaking countries. In fact, our family won a cruise. It was the best ever. We won a cruise for 4, so my 2 teenage boys got to come too, which was so amazing. We went on a cruise to like Aruba and where did we go? Curacao and Colombia, Cartagena, which was so fun for my boys' Spanish. The entire ship spoke Spanish. Most of the people there on the trip for Immunotec spoke Spanish. There was literally like a handful of English speakers on the entire trip. And what I realized during that experience was we are so wide open here in the States. And I started imagining, like a cruise. Obviously, we want everybody to be invited, but as we grow, there's going to be a South American cruise. There's going to be a North American cruise. There's going to be like incentives for like, what if in the next 5 years we have a cruise that has 2,000 to 3,000 people and they're all on your team? You know what I mean? Like that's the power of what we have our hands on. And so I knew that if I was going to get back into the industry, I wanted a product that nobody else had, that everybody needs, that gives powerful, transformative testimonials, and a company that is wide open here in the States. But I didn't want a startup. Did I say that yet? Like I did not want to, I've been a part of startups when they're creating everything and it's a headache. There's a lot of bumps in the road that happen when you're creating a successful company. And so when we found Immunotec that's been around for what, 30 years, it was a no-brainer. Well-oiled machine. They know what they're doing, where we just get to bring people into it. So, needless to say, we are always asking for testimonials and connecting with our customers. And as you can see here, like everybody has results. And I often say, well, people will say, well, what am I going to notice first? And I'll say, well, when you raise glutathione, your body is going to do what it needs first. So some people feel instant relief in their hands from arthritis. One girl had a knee replacement like a year ago and still had pain, like stiffness and scarring. After Immunical, the stiffness went away and the scar tissue healed up. So whatever your body needs is going to be what happens to you and your specific result. So I know that if you're listening, you want to try the products. You need to get the body shot in your body and start having your own testimony. Certainly, you can start with the products. We've got a whole line. That's what I was saying at the beginning. I have fallen in love with a lot of our products. The Wims my son takes. It's a kid's omega-3 and multivitamin. He has some ADHD symptoms and he can tell a big difference in his focus when he's taking the Wims. The Sunray is in the States and we call it our happy pill. It's a vitamin D supplement that you take once a week. It bypasses the liver, goes straight to your bloodstream, and people see results in just 4 hours. We've got lots of different products that are all science-backed, clean label, certified, the best ingredients. And you can certainly start as a customer, subscribe and save, get 25% off. My guess is though, is if you're here, you not only want to take the products, but you want to learn how you can make extra money in the nooks and crannies of your day from your cell phone, just like I have, just like many of the successful people who are listening in the comments, sharing your stories. I'd love for you to share your business success stories. Thank you for sharing your product testimonies. We now want to hear about your business testimonies because I know that people don't sign up for a company like this because they're bored, right? But what happens when you say yes to a network marketing company that has the potential that Immunotec does is not only do you get the products, but you also get the community. You also get the income, you also get the travel, and it fills so much of our needs that maybe you didn't even know you were missing. Dr. Rubin says that it's the easiest thing to share because everybody needs it. Yeah, right? Samara says it's so rewarding to know that I'm helping other people. Yes, this is one of the things that I love about this industry. As a clinical psychologist who is in the helping professions, I help more people here than I ever did at my job. Why? Because I'm helping people who want help. They want to feel better. They want energy back. They want to decrease inflammation. But I'm also helping them make money. I'm helping them get out of debt. I'm helping them grow outside their comfort zone, try new things, learn how to build a business online. And you'll see this is me. I was hesitant to start something new. I was kind of enjoying my retirement. I homeschooled my kids for a minute and, was being mom. But then I realized I'm ready for something new. I want more. I want to make an impact. I want community. I want people to work with. And we're all kind of going in the same direction and have similar goals. And so saying yes to Immunotec was the best decision we made in 2025. Not only do we feel better personally, we're sleeping better, we're not getting sick as much, our kids are feeling better, but we have a shared vision to bring this product to market. We want everybody to know about glutathione and how to raise it naturally using Immunical and get paid to do it. I know. It's like the best thing ever. Half the world's population has chronic disease. We can help with that because everybody needs glutathione. All right, so I've talked about this quite a bit already. The 18 countries, 30 plus year track record. The only product, like the only way you can get this product is through a distributor, the most studied product in direct sales. We do have professional and Olympic athletes that take it because they want to. I love earning trips. I don't know. I think travel is my love language. I love earning trips, and we have the possibility to earn several trips a year through this company. And we're planning, like we've got laser vision right now, you guys, which means you want to be a part of this momentum too. 2 times 2 7. We're doubling in the next 2 years, hyper growth momentum, because our job is to make glutathione and Immunotec a household name. So, if you are ready to get started with us, a couple things that you need to know. First, I would take a look at these average monthly earnings. Now, these are just average, as you know. So, there's some people making higher, there's some people making lower, but take a look at these average monthly incomes and choose the income that would work best for you and your family. Now, like imagine making an extra $5,000, $10,000 a month from social media, from messaging, from texting, from expos, from having, sharing the body shot with your neighbors. Or we've got nurses who are bringing them to work and they're like, everybody needs more glutathione, and the doctors are signing up because they understand why and why we need glutathione, and it's just spreading like wildfire. And they're doing it in the nights and weekends of their day. We have some distributors who've already bought like a cottage up north. Dream board experiences are already happening, and our team has been in for less than a year. So take a look. What number would make a huge difference for you and your family? What number would get you out of debt? What number would make Christmas feel easy? What number would take you on a trip? You can bring your kids, you can not bring your kids, that's up to you. But what I love is that this is just the baseline, because we do have a few bonuses that are happening right now. Once you get started, you can pick your pack, and we have a $5,000 bonus happening when you hit the rank of gold within 3 months. Diamond, you get a $10,000 bonus, and so you have a $15,000 bonus happening, like available to you alongside all of the other ways we pay. So that's like not even included in the averages that we just shared. It's just possible for you right now. But you do need to get started with us, and then get with the person who invited you. Let them know that you are ready to say yes, that you are wanting to be a part of this movement. You want to use the product yourself, share your testimony with your audience, and grow a team, because at the end of the day, time's going to go by, right? 2 years, 3 years, 5 years is going to go by. The question is are you going to be in the same place as you are now? Or are you going to be somewhere different? Are you going to be somewhere a bit where you've grown, where you've been able to pay off debt, where you've been able to create a lucrative income, and maybe even quit your full-time job if that's a dream for you? I know it's possible. I know it's happening, and we're super excited to invite you to the team. So thanks so much for being here with us. We're excited to have you get back with the person who invited you, and we look forward to saying welcome to the family. Talk to you guys soon.